Good morning. Bonjour. Buongiorno. Добрый день всем. Меня зовут Марина Волошина, я пиар-директор компании iPRom Group. Я очень рада всех сегодня видеть. Счастлива, что мы можем так, хотя бы так друг друга видеть и немножко пообщаться. Позвольте сегодня вам представить коллег, которые будут с нами. Это Самуэль Берн, директор по продажам и маркетингу отеля Negresco в Ницце. Самуэль, bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour.
Hello.
Good to see you, Marina.
Потом с нами будет Дженнифер.
Bless you.
Jennifer, how to pronounce correctly your family name?
VERCELLONE.
VERCELLONE.
But if you want to have the Italian accent, you can have it. VERCELLONE.
Jennifer представляет Гранд-отель Канн, конечно, в Каннах. Потом мы переедем в прекрасную Италию и пообщаемся с Лаурой BALBARINI, директором по продажам и маркетингу отеля Гранд-отель Principe di Piemonte. И потом мы переедем чуть глубже в Тоскану, в замечательный отель Terme di Saturnia Natural Spa and Golf Resort. И с нами будет Federica BUCCIOTTI, международный директор по продажам. Buongiorno, Federica.
Ciao, buongiorno a tutti. Good morning.
Buongiorno.
Ciao.
Мы тогда, наверное, можем начинать. Первым у нас, so first of all, we are going to Negresco, to Nice. Samuel.
Yes. Let's start with me.
Yes,
Yes.
I'll start with you.
Okay, great. Just first of all, thank you for your time and presence here. It's a pleasure, and thank you for iPRom to invite us. Just to give you a quick overview of the French situation before I start the presentation of the Negresco in Nice. Well, in France, since yesterday, good news. The lockdown is finished, it's over, so we can start to go again out of home and go back to work. The thing is, for hotels and for the tourism industry, it remains a bit challenging because there is no flight connection, and we are only able in France to do only 100 kilometers from home. So the good thing is we can go out, but we cannot go very far. So until next month, we still have to be not far from home. So in terms of business for hotels, I'm talking about a Negresco, but more generally about French hotels. We are not going to open all at the same time. Some of the hotels in south of France, I know that are going to open beginning of June. But for Le Negresco, I can already advise you that we are going to open between 20th of June and 1st of July. We don't know yet at what time we will open, what day, but it should be end of June, okay? And then before I start the presentation, you have to know that all the hotels, we are all working very hard on the new protocol, safety and healthy protocol, and for Negresco, obviously, like again other hotels, we are going to, for example, to do only one check-in at the same time. We are going to do to stop the buffet at breakfast and only service à la carte. Of course, we are going to separate and to operate the distanciation, the distance between the tables for the clients. Lots of new. Yes. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. I can go on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And then lots of new process are going to be set up and we will advise all the plans and policies of what we are going to do. We are still working on it. Okay. I propose you to share my screen with my presentation. Maybe partager l'écran. Okay, good. And then can you see it properly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do this full screen.
Full screen. Ah, okay.
Okay,
Now
good.
it's okay.
Okay, so I am full screen.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, all right. Okay, so le Negresco. Of course, most of you have already heard or visited the Negresco, which is one of the most well-known hotels property in south of France and in France. It's a legendary palace built on 1913 on la Promenade des Anglais in Nice. This is a very unique property because it's one of the last French independent hotels, French Palace independent. We are not part of any hotels group. We are not part of any big chain. We are just owned, Frenchly owned, okay? We are part of the leading hotel of the world since a long time. I mean, since around the 1960s, 50 years ago, where the Negresco were one of the first hotels to be part of the leading hotel of the world. You know, all of you, you already know where is Nice, where is the French Riviera, where is Cannes situated. So, just to give you a quick overview, that Nice is the second airport in France after Paris, so that's very easy normally to access direct flights from Eastern Europe. But at the time being today, there are only 3 flights a day from Paris to Nice. Obviously, this will goes only for June, July, and August, and hopefully on August we have some more flights from Russia and from Ukraine. But at the time being, it's only 3 flights a day from Paris. Before I start with the hotels, just for you to know that, of course, you know that already, but it's an easy access for the ski station and ski slopes from Nice. It's only 90 minutes drive from Nice to go to the ski slopes, and there are lots of golf courses in the area between Cannes, Monte Carlo, and Nice. About 14 golf courses in French Riviera. Let's start with the Negresco. This is the well-known Promenade des Anglais, and we are just perched in the middle of there is the Nice airport, which is the good thing that. Hello.
Hello.
Samuel, the presentation is disappeared.
Okay, maybe the connection's down.
So the presentation.
Yeah, my connection is not good. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Now it's okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as I said, the Nice airport is on the left-hand side of the picture. So it's just a nice between 7 and 10 minutes transfer time drive from La Promenade des Anglais, from the airport to Negresco. So this well-known building, as you can see, the green coupole is a very well-known picture taken from all over the world, and that you can see, I mean, on the social medias and on the film, on movies, and very well-known one. The hotel has 125 bedrooms and suites, and the good thing is that 70% of the room inventory is overlooking the sea, which is one of the good points of the hotel. As you can see, 25 suites, which is more than 20% of the room inventory, which is a good point, and are currently most of the time booking nice deluxe and suite bedrooms. The hotel is a unique hotel, as I said, because this property has is on 5 floors, and each floor is a different one. And the history of the hotel is that the former owner, Madame Augier, she wanted to give a spirit of the French different art culture. So within the hotel, we have more than 6,000 art pieces. So considered as one of the museum hotel, as a landmark hotel, because you just want to come in to get in the hotel just to see all these art pieces you have in the hotel. We have like original paints from Picasso, from Dali, from Renoir, and this is one of the points of the hotel. So as in terms of room categories, we have more than 13 room categories. So it's like it's like each floor is a French renovating on winter. They are renovating bedrooms. So as you can see on that one, this is the more contemporary one we have, and which has been done last year. Sorry?
Could you please repeat once again some last sentences, because we didn't hear you and now we don't see your screen again.
I know. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry again, that the connection is not good at all. As I said, we are renovating more than about 15 bedrooms every year. So today, at the time we are talking, we have 75% of the hotel of the room inventory has been renovated. To give you a spirit of the bathroom, this one is La Suite Le France. It's a tribute to the boat, the French boat who was doing the journey from France to New York, like the Titanic. And this is a Suite Le France. Each suite is different, okay? And for example, the Suite Royale, La Suite des Anges, is the biggest one we have, and it's more than 150 square meters. And you are just here below the coupole, below the pink and red dome, and you have a 180 degrees view on the sea.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you talk about South of France, again, like my colleague in Cannes or in Monte Carlo, we are talking all about the sea view, nice food, nice seafood on the sea. The good point with Negresco is that we have 2 restaurants, and one of the 2 restaurants is Le Chantecler. Le Chantecler is our Michelin star restaurant. We have 1 Michelin star. And this is one of the most well-known restaurants in Nice, and we can go up to 40 people at the same time. Our chef is a French woman. I don't have picture of her. Sorry. We have there are only 2 French women in France, 2 chefs who have the Palme, which is one of the most distinguished awards, and one of the 2 chefs is our chef Virginie Barcelot at the Negresco. The second restaurant is La Rotonde, which is the main restaurant of the hotel, where you can have the breakfast, lunch, and dinners. And this restaurant has been totally renovated last year and reopened last June 2019. Okay, so La Rotonde has, of course, a terrace which is open from April to October for 6 months a year. And the unique point, the unique selling point of that Rotonde restaurant is the nice sky, as you can see here, which is a fake sky, and we can show nice movies on that. As I said, 6 months a year from April to October, you can go, of course, outside and have your lunch, dinner, or drinks on the terrace, which is the terrace just overlooking La Promenade des Anglais, which is a nice, one of the best spots in Nice. Our bar, which is a bar which is always overcrowded, because again, you are at the Negresco, and this is a place to be seen, so it's always busy. We can organize, just for your information, we can go up to 350 people for private events, private banquets. And I wanted to show you these pictures because this Salon Royal is one of the main area of the hotel and one of the most well-known spots of the hotel, because this big chandelier, as you can see here, is there are only 2 in the world. So one is at the Negresco and the other one is at the Kremlin in Moscow. So this chandelier is up to 16,000 jewels. Big events, car launch, private concert, private events in that Salon Royal can be organized. Just to give you some ideas of what we can do in terms of private events. And last but not least, I wanted to show you this Salon Versailles, because Salon Versailles is just close to the lobby area, so on the ground floor, very easy access. And Salon Versailles, as you can see here, there is a paint, a portrait of Louis XIV, the former French of these paints. So one is at the Musée du Louvre, one is at Château de Versailles, and so the third one is at the Negresco. And again, lots of private function room, private meeting rooms, private banquet rooms. And if you have to organize, if you can, please keep in mind that we can also organize some private small board meetings at the Negresco in some nice meeting rooms overlooking the sea. Salon Masséna. And that's it for me. This is a quick overview of what is the Negresco offering. If you have maybe any questions, or maybe we can move to Cannes and to the nice Grand Hotel in Cannes with Jennifer
VERCELLONE.
VERCELLONE.
Thank you.
I thank you for your time.
Thank you so
and
much.
I wish you all the best for the summer season. I wish that we will be able to fly from USA to Russia to Ukraine as soon as possible. And I hope to have the chance to welcome you at the Negresco. So feel free to keep my contacts to ask for Marina or Ella or Alex from iPRom.
Thank you.
And then you are my host to to come to the Negresco. Okay, a special hello to Jennifer and to wish her a good presentation and hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel, for
Thank
presentation.
you, Samuel.
Iconic
Bye.
property. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ну что, время переезжать, немножко переехать чуть в другую сторону от Ниццы. Мы переезжаем в Канны на променад, мы переезжаем в Канны на круазет. Jennifer, s'il vous plaît.
Yes. So let's go.
Hello, Jennifer.
Hello. So firstly, I'd like to thank you for being here, for your support and attention. Well, Samuel gave a good overall of the situation in France. And yeah, for us, for the Grand Hotel, we have decided to remain closed until the 3rd of June, and we will see what's going on next. But for now, we have closed the reservation until the 3rd of June. Today is a special day because I'm with you, but also because it was supposed to be the first day of the film festival. So let's consider that you are my stars today and my celebrities, all of you. Well, for Le Grand, some of you might be already aware of the fact that we are not independent anymore. We are not, independent property anymore. As since last December, we are under the umbrella of Accor Group. So which means that this change will involve a lot of changements. First, the rebranding of the hotel. So will be a Mondrian hotel pretty soon, I guess. I hope. So it means also a lot of renovation. So first it has started by the renovation of the beach, and we will continue with the full renovation of the hotel. So we were supposed to start the renovation in October, but because of the coronavirus, I'm not sure that we will be able to start the renovation in October. Well, maybe we will start the renovation sooner, or maybe it will be postponed until next year. So for now, let's me present the Grand Hotel as is today. So you know where all Cannes, Nice, and Monaco are located. On normal time, we do have a lot of connections with Moscow, with 11 direct flights per week. Sorry. Le Grand Hotel is located 30 minutes drive from the airport of Nice and 45 minutes from the train station in Nice. We do have 307 days of sun in Cannes, versus 236 days in Paris. So you are more than welcome in Cannes. Regarding the position of the hotel and the location, we are very well located. So we are located right in the middle of La Croisette. So you can access both from La Croisette, but also from Rue d'Antibes. I'll always say that La Croisette is to do the luxury shopping, rather than Rue d'Antibes is to do the normal shopping. So you can also access to Le Palais des Festivals, which is like a 7 minutes walk. And here, just front of us, you have our private beach. So I was talking about the rebranding of the beach. So we have changed the name as well. We used to call La Plage 45, but now the beach is called Hyde Beach. So the renovation has started last year, I mean middle of last year, and now it's totally finished. So we will open a new beach when we will be allowed to, and the new name will be Hyde Beach. Regarding the property, actually when you're facing Le Grand Hotel, only the middle parts belong to Le Grand Hotel, which means that we don't have any rooms on site, we just have two kinds of view, the view with the sea view and the view with the city view. This is the room with the city view. The main asset of the rooms at Le Grand is that they are quite large, as it starts from 40 square meters. So you won't find any rooms lower than 40 square meters. They are all very bright and yes, very large. So this one is the deluxe room. We do have also 37, which is more than the half of our rooms, of the totality of our rooms facing the sea. So those one are the rooms with the sea view. We also have rooms with the jacuzzi on the terrace. Those one are located at the 11th floor. 11th floor, we are the highest property in Cannes. So we overlooked every other property, and the rooms are just is just amazing from any rooms. We do have some rooms. So all of our suites, sorry, those one of our suites. All of the suites are located at the 11th floor, and they all have the sea view. We also have one gastronomic restaurant. So this is also where we serve breakfast in the morning. We have a beautiful terrace, and you can enjoy breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Regarding the food, our chef serves a Mediterranean gastronomic food and cuisine. We have a beautiful
champagne for breakfast.
Yes, you have champagne for breakfast. We love Ruinart. I mean, our general manager is in love with Ruinart, so he really wants to keep this brand. So we offer also champagne, Ruinart champagne during the breakfast. And Ella loves it. Marina too. We have a beautiful garden. So this is the main asset of the property for me, is that we have a beautiful garden. It's about 5,000 square meters of garden just in front of us. It gives you, well, when you're in your room facing the sea, it's very quiet, and you don't have the feeling to be in the city center, as it's very, very peaceful. So those areas are the different areas that we have in the garden. We do a lot of events, especially during the film festival, the Cannes Lions, but out of the Congress time as well. So this is our private beach as it looked like, but unfortunately, I don't have any picture right now, but I think we will keep the same, we will keep the same large beds. Regarding the atmosphere of the beach, we used to have like a family beach. It will remain family beach, but more, how can I say? Well, it will be more fancy. So we will put the sound up a bit, and it will be not a beach party, but it will be more festive. I like to talk about the unmissable things to do in Cannes, and I love to talk about Lérens Island because it's just like 15 minutes boat from Cannes, and it's beautiful. So I really encourage you to talk to your clients to visit the Lérens Island, because really it's worth it. We have also a really, really charming whole city, which is called Le Suquet, and it's very, very typical, and I encourage also all the clients or our guests to visit the old city of Cannes. Obviously, we have the luxury shopping street, which is La Croisette, with all the famous brands. And a nightlife with a lot of restaurants. We have some nightclubs, very fancy, very nice as well. And we have, a nightlife which is quite good also in Cannes and quite reputed, especially during the film festival. But this year we won't be able to go and to party, but next year will be even more festive, I guess. Yeah, we have a beautiful landscape in Cannes. So I encourage you to come and to, when it will be possible, I guess. I will have the pleasure to see you in our property.
Thank you, Jennifer. Merci.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you.
У кого-то есть какие-то вопросы к Самуэлю или к Дженнифер?
Хорошо, спасибо.
Пока все хорошо, да?
Да, я единственное только хотела добавить, что всем, кому нужна будет дополнительная информация об этих отелях, об отеле Negresco, либо Le Grand Hotel Канны на русском языке, то всю информацию вы сможете запросить у компании ViaTravel. У ViaTravel хорошие контракты с этими отелями, поэтому, ну, когда наступит то время, когда мы опять сможем путешествовать, сможем бронировать наши любимые отели, вы спокойно можете бронировать их через компанию ViaTravel.
Спасибо большое. Мы замечательно сотрудничаем с этими обоими отелями, и хочу сказать, что они оба замечательно расположены, можно сказать, на первой линии, да, вот, и Negresco совершенно iconic place, вот, очень как бы знаковый, и расположен на набережной Ди-Англитер, совершенно оба отеля имеют great location, и одни из наших топ-селлеров, и, в общем-то, мы очень любим сотрудничать с этими двумя property. Спасибо.
Спасибо вам, Наташа.
Переезжаем дальше?
Да.
Так, мы тогда перемещаемся в Италию, из Лазурного берега на Версильскую ривьеру. И, пожалуйста, Лаура нам представит замечательный отель Гранд Отель Принчипе ди Пьемонте, тоже, можно сказать, легенду тосканского побережья Версильской ривьеры. Он практически одного возраста с Негреско, и они чем-то даже похожи. So, Laura, please tell us about beautiful Grand Hotel Principe di Piemonte.
Ciao, ciao a tutti. Hi, everybody. Thank you to iPRom and for this opportunity to meet again my Ukrainian and Russian friends, and I miss you so much. I hope to be able to cross borders again, and especially I hope you will be able to come again to visit us on the Tuscany coast. So we just pray for borders to open as soon as possible. I would like to update about our situation. I know there's also a colleague, Federica, that is that represents a property in Tuscany as well. So I just give you some information, and if she wishes to complete them later, I don't want to, to get too much space. Our phase 2 started 1 week ago, and our lockdown is finally eased a little bit. So we have more liberties, and we are allowed to move for a limited number of purposes, such as visiting relatives or doing sports activities. It's not yet possible to get out of the region, such as Tuscany, Lombardy, or Sardinia, and social distances is still required, and meetings or gatherings in person are not allowed. So our hotels, beach clubs, parks, museums, beauty centers, and restaurants are supposed to reopen within the end of May or at the very beginning of June. Because we have a very, very successful results of this after the lockdown. So the numbers are really very good. And so more update will be available between May 18 and 25. When the national and regional health and safety commissions will collect and examine all the numbers and reports, and we'll see if our COVID-19 index is still so good, and finger crossed. In the meanwhile, waiting for borders to reopen, we will really spare no effort to make our destination and location the best for your guests. And now I just, some of you I already met during our some sales blitz, but I wish you to update about something and to present the property to the ones who don't know it yet. So I share the screen. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Not yet.
Now, see
Yeah.
now.
It's okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, great.
Okay. So, Principe di Piemonte, Grand Hotel Principe di Piemonte is a 5 deluxe heritage beachfront property, and it's located on the Tuscany coast, only 25 minutes far from Pisa International Airport, which is connected to Moscow by daily flights. And also to Kiev through some German airports. And many charming towns are around nearby, such as Pisa, Lucca, Pietrasanta. The Grand Hotel is an iconic deluxe heritage property. It was built in the early 20s, and it was a favorite place to stay for aristocrats, intellectuals, and artists. It has been used for for location for movies for several years, and one is one of the most refined and historic hotels of the area. So the hotel is nearby also. Is the ideal base to visit also the UNESCO, the famous UNESCO heritage site Cinque Terre, which is less than 1 hour by car, or also connected by daily boat tours, leaving from Via every morning and coming back every evening. So the hotel was built in 1922 and completely refurbished in 2004. And it has 106 guest rooms, 19 suites, 2 restaurants, including 2 Michelin star restaurants on the rooftop terrace that I will show you later. Our chef is Giuseppe Mancino. And we have also a panoramic rooftop terrace plunge pool, which is heated during the winter time, during the cold season. And we have a spa wellness center and a conference center. What happened? Are you moving the presentation or?
Yes,
No.
yes.
You are moving the presentation.
No, you, Laura, you.
Okay, because, okay, I thought that there was some of you moving, you know, skipping the slides. So this is the landscape, and the property is located between the Tyrrhenian Sea and the Apuan Alps, and nearby the Pinewood. Viareggio is one of the best known areas anywhere in Tuscany, famous for its carnival, colorful masked races, usually in February, March, and for the International Puccini Opera Festival in July, August. Guests can choose among many beach clubs of any kind and swim in a safe and clean seawater certified by the European Union flag, blue flag. So this is the lobby with the precious Venetian chandeliers. And the public areas are also very refined and embellished with the Liberty-style windows decorated by Galileo Chini between 1907 and 1911. And with drawing inspirations from the world of flowers and fruits. lots of natural light, filters through the enormous windows on the ground floor lounges. We have 2 bars, one on the rooftop terrace and one is located in the lobby, in the lobby area. This is our breakfast room, and it is also, it has also a part of it which is on the facing the sea promenade, so it's full of light. With the original parquet floor. It's original from the Roaring 20s. And as I told you before, we have 2 restaurants. One is a Tuscan cuisine restaurant on the ground floor facing the sea promenade. And one is the 2 Michelin star on the rooftop terrace. We have the typical Tuscan cuisine in the Regina Tuscan with the modern wine list. And this is also the restaurant used for half board and full board. The restaurant during the day. And finally, the 2 Michelin star restaurant on the rooftop terrace. This is the indoor area. It's open from March to November. And it has a stunning panoramic view on the coast and on the Appian Alps. The indoor area is full of light and decorated with modern blue and white details for guests who wish to live a unique gourmet experience for dinner and for lunch. You can see our chef Giuseppe Mancino. And this is the restaurant during the summertime. So during the summertime, it's only when it's warm, of course, it's only open for dinner. And this is the rooftop terrace plunge pool, which is open. The hotel is open all year round, and this plunge pool is heated during the cold season. In fact, you can see the steam. It's 36 degrees. We have a gym room, and we have 106 guest rooms in 5 floors, and each floor is decorated with a different decoration. The first floor is international style. We have 70% of our guest rooms which are sea view, and the other rooms we use them especially for business travel. This is an example of hill view guest room. And the 3rd floor is colonial. This is a side sea view. The 4th floor is empire. And the 5th floor is modern. Because when there was the huge restoration in 2004, in the 5th floor, there were no guest rooms, but rooms from the staff. So these are really new rooms, and that's why they were called modern style. They have beautiful terraces with a lot of privacy. We have 19 suites. 4 suites are on the front, and this is the 1st floor, the junior suite, international style. So very special style. The 2nd floor, it's deco style, and the 3rd floor, colonial junior suite and empire junior suite. And this is the modern, which has a double view, hill view and sea view. We have also family rooms for family, which are usually 2 sea view connected with 2 bathrooms, of course. And the ideal, you can find them on the channel manager, on booking online. you find the family room as a room category, so you don't have to book 2 rooms and to ask to be connected. That's more complicated. We have a spa, which is not huge. It's only 400 square meters, but very private, really comfortable. We have, as I told you before, Pisa International Airport, which is 5 million passengers per year, very close, very well connected. Only 25 minutes far from the property, and but also we are very close to Milan, only 2.5 hours driving or 3 hours by train from Milan. We are 4 hours, a little bit less of 4 hours far from Rome, and 1 hour far from Florence. So also long stay are really recommended at our property, because we have so many places to visit nearby at less than 1 hour, like Lucca, Pisa, Florence, Forte dei Marmi, which is a beautiful location, especially for fashion shopping. And also for those who like nature, we have at least 2 national parks nearby. One is Massachucoli Lake, and one is the San Rossore Natural Reserve. It's they are far, only 30 minutes far from the property. Also Carrara Marble Caves can be visited, and Pietrasanta, the international city of artists, or marble artists, and Cinque Terre, as I told you before, is also nearby, and beautiful also to visit out of the high season. But still, if you don't want to drive, you don't want to move from Viareggio. Viareggio is a very nice, very quiet, relaxing Tuscan Riviera resort. Not only beach clubs, or not only seaside, but also museums and arts and culture. Now I know it's not so, I mean, it's a little bit strange to talk about the event, because we're not sure, almost sure that, for instance, some of the events scheduled in 2020 will be cancelled, but not yet officially published on the websites or social networks. But let's see what's up. Of course, the New Year's events, that are many very sparkling events. We organize a beautiful New Year's dinner. Or in February, there's a carnival, and it's a really high-profile floats parade. They are masterpieces. We have a Versilia Yachting Rendezvous in May. Of course, now it's cancelled. Lucca Summer Festival in Lucca. It's an international pop music with outstanding stars. So we are supposed to have Celine Dion on July 24, but I'm quite sure it will be cancelled. But anyway, just to know that it's an event, a very important event that will be scheduled every year. Andrea Bocelli concert in Laiatico, which is only 1 hour far from our property. Then we have a Puccini Opera Festival, the only festival completely dedicated to Giacomo Puccini in July, August. And it's at only 15 minutes far from Grand Hotel Principe di Piemonte, in a unique scenario, which is the Massachucoli Lake. So it's our little Arena di Verona. So the opera shows are performed under the full moon in a beautiful scenario. You can also have a tour by boat of the lake, and after that to assist to the performance. And for families with teens, with kids, we have also International Lucca Comics and Games Festival in November. And of course, Christmas or December season holidays events. Beautiful to visit Grand Hotel Principe di Piemonte also out of the season for a winter break. and that's myself. And I thank you so much for your participation. And I would like to know if you have any questions, if it's possible, the discussion. I don't know if our chair lady allows us.
And Grand Hotel, it's a wonderful place for weddings and honeymooners. It's paradise for this reason.
Yes, thank you, Anastasia. That's it. It's really true.
Наталья, есть вопросы у кого-то?
Знаете, вроде бы нет, все хорошо, спасибо.
Хорошо.
Yes, thank you, Laura.
Grazie
Grazie,
mille, Laura.
Grazie, Laura.
Grazie, Natalia. Grazie.
Ну и теперь, когда на Средиземном море, с одной стороны, и с другой стороны, все понимают, что после всего, что происходит сейчас с нами, нам всем захочется отдохнуть и полностью вообще перезагрузиться. И для этих целей как нельзя лучше подходит прекрасный отель Terme di Saturnia Natural Spa and Golf Resort в Тоскане, точнее в южной части Тосканы, в Маремме. И мы давайте поприветствуем Федерику BUCCIOTTI, международного директора по продажам. Federica, please bring us to the beautiful world of Terme di Saturnia Natural Spa.
So more than ever today, this is a dream. To think to go back to Saturnia and really to plunge all that we have in our minds in that wonderful spring. So first of all, I would like to thank you all for giving me and all my colleagues this great opportunity to connect again and to feel the warmth of people that we miss so much. And the first highlight I would like to bring to your attention before giving the regular presentation is how much in these 2 months we have realized that nature is so important, that is preserving us so much and that it's giving us so much. So maybe I would like to start just to begin with something different, with a very short video of difficult moments. So maybe Nastya, you might help me with the video because
okay.
I might have some problems with it.
Okay.
Thank you. And then I'll be back. Thank you, Anastasia. And I just wanted to start with this because it's really incredible how nature has cherished Saturnia for 3,000 years with such a wonderful spring. So now if I can find my desktop here, maybe I would like to give you my presentation, which is here. Okay, so let's do it.
We could see it.
Yeah.
But
So can you see it full screen?
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Sorry. So sorry, yeah. Okay. Okay, so some of you might be familiar with Saturnia. If not, it's my pride and honor to give you some highlights on this amazing destination. Saturnia has been the epitome, the ultimate meaning of wellness ever. It's a place where this big lake that you see in this picture has been relieving people from their stress and giving them relaxation since the Romans. This used to be a Roman bath in ancient times. And so generous, it's been the same for all these millenniums. So it's really incredible. Let me show you where exactly Saturnia is located in Tuscany. So if you see the Tuscan region here, you recognize that Saturnia is at the very south of the region. So you will find it in a way strategically centered in between Rome and Florence. It's 1.5 hours north of Rome, so quite an easy drive. More south from Florence, because it's more than 2 hours, 2.5. Not far from the coast, the amazing coast of Monte Argentario. And this is the spring I was mentioning. So a lake, a thermal lake, 37 degrees centigrade, constant temperature all year round. So it's mainly a place of wellness, a destination spa, a retreat in any sense. And this is a picture of the video that we have seen. So that big pool that you see, actually, it's a lake, a natural thermal spring where the water has been flowing constantly. It's renovated every second, 500 liters, which means that 6 times a day, that big pool is naturally changed. And this, more than any other thing, really permits a natural recycle of the water that is constantly 37. This might be today, maybe, at Terme, a typical day in between winter and spring, with this amazing steam coming up from the pool. And you see that the bathrobe, in a way, is the dress etiquette for our clients. So very easy to live, like really being at home. That's the main building of the hotel. So ground floor, you recognize some common areas with one restaurant and a spring bar, and rooms being first and second floor. So before going to the rooms, I would like to introduce you a process of renovation that has already started last year for Saturnia. So in 1919, the company has decided to renovate the whole resort. And so most of the rooms so far have been restored. And these months have given us an opportunity as it always happens, from bad things, always opportunities arise. That is to accomplish the restoration works. And that's why the decision has been taken to reopen the hotel in September, because they will give us the possibility to accelerate the process of renovation and to start again in September with new life, new look for our clients. And so with the slides that I'm showing, you will see how this process of renovation is affecting the decor and the look of the hotel. So I'm showing you some pictures of the rooms before renovation, so a classical nice decor, turning into something more contemporary, more in the style of a home. Saturnia, for its inspirational way of being a second home, also in the decor tries to redesign a place of comfort. And so you see slight changes, but giving you more warmth and more cool atmospheres. The total inventory of the room is 124 rooms, most of them being deluxe and junior suite, with a new category, which is the suite that you are seeing now. Very comfortable rooms, marble bathrooms, wooden floor, a very much detail and care in all the minimum design. And this is the top category, the Grand Suite, which is quite an apartment of 75 square meters wide, overlooking the pools. Of course, you can imagine that cuisine is a highlight. As already mentioned by Laura, the Tuscan cuisine really has something special. Everything, we are lucky people to have everything farm to table. So health is always guaranteed in every dish that we serve to our clients. This might be a nice summer dinner by the pool, very, very romantic. And this might be another opportunity and experience at the resort at the second restaurant. La Stellata is a country restaurant in the middle of the golf course in the resort. And here you can really enjoy the Tuscan food, the most typical food that you can find. So as already mentioned, ingredients are all farm to table. And especially in this period, more and more, we need to recover some health in nutrition. Maybe even because in these 2 months, we have done nothing but eat. But in general, Saturnia is a place of detoxing. So of course, nutrition is an important component in the process of reconnecting to your body and to your mind. This is for non-detoxing clients, just enjoying their evenings at the bar or enjoying the Tuscan wine at La Cantinola, which is an outlet at the hotel for wine tasting, the delicious wines from the region. And the spa. Of course, Saturnia is mostly known for its healthy programs. So the spa is quite a big one, with 54 treatment rooms, with integrated programs, nutrition, detoxing, beauty, and relaxing. Of course, twin treatments available for friends, couples, and whoever wants to share the wellness. Everything performed with our own skincare. And this is another great generosity from our spring, that is providing a natural ingredient, the thermal plankton, that is the main component of all the products. Some common areas you will recognize here with the Roman bath, with a sauna and Turkish room, the new sauna, newly inaugurated, and a gym room. To be honest, people better prefer to be outside than be locked down in the gym room. And for this purpose, you have more than one pool and water courses to enjoy. Really to enjoy the benefits of this water. That is totally distressing, relaxing, highly antioxidant, and of course from the water, the fungo where it's matured is one of the topics, the main topics at the spa. Not only for curative purposes, but also for antioxidant and detoxifying treatments. And this is the golf course which I was mentioning. So just 100 meters from the resort, in the resort itself, an 18-hole golf course. It's a totally eco-friendly golf course in the respect of nature. And you know how golf, nature, spa and wellness can be a perfect combination. Not only for expert golfers, but I would say also for people who would like to address for the first time the play of golf, and also to enjoy this amazing countryside. I would highlight how Tuscany is rich in the landscape. So if you travel from north to south, if you travel from Laura's hotel to my hotel, you will see so many shades of landscape and dramatically changing, making it really something always so inspiring and so different. And Maremma, the area where Saturnia is located, is a region within a region. So if you have in the mind the rolling hills of Tuscany, the cypresses, it's totally different. You must have already seen the Chianti area, Montalcino, very nice places. If you go down there to Maremma, you will see something totally different. So full fields of olive trees, you see medieval villages, Etruscan sites. So nature and really history together. You see the Etruscan sites. So it's a history dating back to 4,000 years ago, almost, and where mostly you can recognize the authenticity of the place. This is something that I would like to stress, because sometimes there are places that are mainly devised for tourists. Here you see ordinary life that is living. So you see people living in these towns, the small bar here, the small shops, and of course, the coast being not so far, only 35 minutes driving distance. And here, more near to Saturnia, the town Saturnia itself, where you still can see the passage of the Romans. Because Saturnia was a Roman city, so 3,000 years ago, especially the soldiers, they would stop in Saturnia before going back to Rome. It was like a restoration rite for them after their fights, their battles. It was a way of recovering from the wounds, not only the physical, but also the mental wounds of war. And this passage you can still recognize in the picture in the left, in the Roman Via Claudia. And on the right, a typical village. This is Montemerano. It's been a set of many movies, for example, Amadeus. So this area is so inspiring, and I would like maybe to give you a nice story of why Saturnia is called Saturnia and how it can be inspiring for your clients. You know that Saturnia takes the name from a legend. So Saturnia comes from Saturno, the god. And he decided to establish in this area, which was the perfect place for his living. But he was in such a rage with the humans. They were always fighting and battling. And he threw a thunderbolt in this place. And from this thunderbolt, a river of water has come out. And since then, this water has served the humanity to calm from battles, from stress, from whatever is really distressing our lives. And from this, the golden age has started, the golden age of Saturn and then Saturnia. And I think, if this can be my last sentence, that more than ever, this is what we need. In Saturnia, in whatever place you go, really to recover the core of our life when this has been a challenge. I hope I might have given to you the feelings, the mood of this place, despite, of course, all the details and whatever you can read in a fact sheet or in the website or in whatever collateral. But my idea really was to convey the mood of a place that really is working hard to be ready again, to be not only a holiday, but I would say a lifestyle. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Наталья, есть какие-то вопросы?
Thank you for your time.
Спасибо, thank you. Вопросов нету, мы все ждем, вот как писали здесь в чате, вот, и ждем каких-то новостей, когда уже наши границы будут открыты, мы сможем путешествовать и снова посещать наши любимые места и вернуться, в общем-то, в наше прежнее русло, в нашей сумасшедшей жизни туристической.
And on behalf of my colleagues, I would like to thank Federica, Laura, Jennifer, Samuel. Let's thank Natalia and Via Travel for organizing this webinar, for giving us opportunity to talk, to tell about our beautiful properties and to give an inspiration for future travel. Спасибо большое.
Да, ну еще раз хочу повторить, что если кому-то нужна будет какая-то дополнительная информация по всем отелям, то вы всегда можете обратиться в компанию Via Travel. Ну и с моей стороны тоже огромное спасибо компании Via Travel и, в частности, Наталье за организацию этого прекрасного вебинара.
Спасибо большое. Остаемся на связи. Stay safe, stay healthy.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you, everybody, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bon appétit.
Ciao.
Thank you. Bye.
Buon pranzo.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao. Ciao.